So now we're continuing to edit each stage in our process. Click on the process to show the dialog. We'll use an application stage as an example. Let's go to Applications. This will take you to the next page where you can edit this stage. We'll start with Owner Info. Let's go to Owner Info. This is an application stage, so we're definitely not going to have someone internally submitting the applications. We want the customers to submit the applications themselves, so we can ignore the top part. If we wanted, we would select whoever is going to be responsible. It's the first stage. Yes, you can check at the first stage. Is it customer-facing? Yes, it is customer-facing. Can it be declined? Probably not, because this is the first stage. What about questions? First, there are checklist questions, usually used to guide the person responding to this stage to ensure they have included everything. For instance, you can have something like, have you uploaded your proof of income? And then you press Enter. So the question is added. You can check it by clicking View. You can add as many as possible. Response question is where you need a detailed response. Again, you can view the questions here, and again, you can add as many as you want. Then we'll continue to variables. Say for this application, we want people to upload their ID card. The ID card should be a PDF. You can select from these formats. If you want it to be a PDF, press Enter. We also want proof of income as a PDF and maybe a bank statement as well, which can help us in reviewing the loan. But this one probably must be in an Excel file. So again, you can check all of them here with the extensions to make sure you have selected the correct format. You can also delete if any errors have been made. And then there's variables. Variables are short answers that you need from the user. We want to start with a string, and the most obvious one, obviously, is the customer name. The naming convention should be lower cases with underscores only. So we enter this one. We also want to add customer. Email. We change to number. And then do amount, the amount that the customer is applying for. And then we want to take cell number, and then again we have customer cell number. So now the customer will be asked to fill in all these variables. We can again view to make sure we've put the correct things. Next up is notifications. Notifications define what messages to send when a stage is completed. So, when the customer submits their loan application, what should we do? The most obvious step is to acknowledge the application. Using email, we're sending it to a variable because there are already variables in place. It's going to pop up and ask us which variable to send to. We're selecting customer email, and then you can type this out. Again, you can use this little icon over here to add a variable like hi customer name, your. Application has been submitted, please. Wait for approval, just like that. And then we add a notification. You can review again to see that we are notifying the customer via email using the variable customer email, so this little icon over here. And then, of course, we need to notify the next people in the process. So we're going to go on and say, email again, sent to the next stage. Next stage, essentially, we're sending to the next line in the workflow. So we're going to go, hi team, a new application is waiting for your assessment, and then submit. So I'm going to have these two notifications, which is fine. And then there's decline notifications. Essentially, we're defining how we are going to notify the customer or any other stakeholder if this work is declined. we probably want to send an email, again to the customer email. Then there are two options. Either we check on decline comments, where we send whatever the person declining comments to the client, or we can write the message here that we want to be sent to the client. So I'm going to go with decline comments. You could type a custom static message to send. Then there's escalations. Escalations essentially define what we do when a certain time passes without the task being executed. So in this case, this is the first stage. You don't have escalations. If there are any, we are going to define them here to say by escalating to a specific user our stage, the time, email a certain number again. And then you can specify the time from 0 to 1,000 units. So when that time elapses, this notification will present the responsible person with the message here. The important part here is that the previous stage is none, and the next stage will be, after application, go to assessment. Once we've done all that, we have configured this stage fully. Now we can continue and review everything, and if everything is okay, then we submit and update this particular stage. So then after that, it's going to be ready for users to use it. Thank you. That is all in terms of updating a stage. In the next video, we'll show you how to respond to a stage as a client or as a user of the system you just created.